Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, people.
Morning.
How are you
It's
today?
like we always kind of turn sometimes, and it's like I'm waiting.
I'm Sheila. And I'm Wayne. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great week so far. I hope things are going good for you, and I hope you're under a great paying load. For one, let's start off there, and we will give this a little time for it to build up because, well, I just don't share it out anymore. So we appreciate your likes and your shares. And we have, again, a great show today. We have an interview this morning. We have a school today.
Yes,
we have a school on the show today that we're very, very excited about. They got a lot to offer the trucking industry and people coming into the trucking industry. We also have drivers of the week.
Yeah, we do.
And we got a lot to talk about this morning. Again, drivers of the week. Sheila, how you feel about this week's drivers of the week?
I'm feeling great about the drivers of the week because we have 2 women this week.
Oh God, we're on the women trend. Toot, bump, honk, honk. I don't understand it. You guys are just as equal as we are.
I know, but women only make up 6% of the trucking industry.
Okay, which it shouldn't be that way. It should be a lot more women. It should be a lot more involved. They should be a lot more involved in a lot of things in the trucking industry, a lot more other things in this world. I'll tell you that. A lot of things could use a woman's touch these days.
I agree. And that's why I'm excited why there's 2 today.
Right, I am too. I'm excited for one of our picks because I don't know him and I can't wait to get to know him. Yeah. And I most likely will meet him at the Jake's wedding.
Yes, in Walcott.
Walcott. So we're excited about that. But before we get into the drivers of the week and all that stuff, I want to go to good morning to you guys. Good morning, Chris. Again, I'm going to bring this gentleman up again today because he reached out to me yesterday. And he sent me this right here.
I love that picture.
Right. He sent me this right. Yeah, it is a great picture. He sent me this. Okay, this is the beginning when he got it back. Yeah. Okay, and this is the condition of it right now. Okay, so Chris, thank you so much for reaching out to me and letting me part of your life and your journey with this cab over that was once your father's. And what you got coming for this cab over and your family is truly amazing. And I cannot wait to continue to keep up with you and to talk to you again when things start moving a little more forward. I saw you over there in No Hood Mafia. Thank you for the compliment, the comment, and all that. Thank you so much. What do you think, Sheila? What do you think about this, that we're going to be able to be part of this?
Of the timeline of it.
Yeah, the timeline, the build, the unveiling, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
I'm excited. I didn't get to be there, when you had gone to Texas. It wasn't an unveiling, but it kind of was because the one driver gave his father
a Corvette.
A Corvette. And so I didn't get to be there for that. So to be here for this is really exciting for me. So I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. Shout out to you, Chris. And we really, I do look forward to seeing you again. Hope I can get your picture up. I do look forward to seeing you guys again. And once again, thank you to everybody out at the truck stop. Or the Chrome Shop over the weekend. Last Easter, it was a blast. I had the time of my life there. Look at you guys just hanging out, just doing the damn thing at the 75 Chrome Shop. We will be at the 75 Chrome Shop this month, April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I'll be out there supporting my boy. Here it comes. It's coming, Sheila. It's coming. Look at it. Just look at that. It's been redone.
Yeah, I know.
It's coming.
It's
and it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's beyond. It's just.
I think on this version, I really think that it pops even more than the last.
There is, I don't know. It's okay. So he swapped it. It looks like he swapped. It looks like Gary Jones with EB1 and 2, EB2, which is right here featured, I think, in this picture. But if you look here, it's been swapped. We went to the black, Sheila. We went to the black on the bottom and the white flames on top.
Yeah.
Instead of the white, I want to say it was the white with the black flames.
Right. Well, yeah, it was like maybe a darker gray. But I think it pops. I think this is beautiful right here. It's just, and Chris Jones over at Jones Custom and Collision.
Talk about that.
Always does a phenomenal job. He really is just a true artist. It's art at work what he does.
Yeah, this is actually coming out of Jones Customs. That's his family right there. Look at them. They're putting in the work. They're getting ready for this show, and we're excited about it.
Yeah.
We're excited about it. Shout out to you, Gary, and all you over at Jones Customs, which I'll probably play a clip this morning of that. So shout out to you guys. We're excited to see the work done on the truck and to see all the guys out at Chrome Shop, at 75 Chrome Shop. I got to get that right. I'm terrible at that.
Just reverse it. Just 75.
Okay, so what do we want to do this morning? I know we got guests. They are in the back studio. So we do have guests here this morning. Their screen's black for some reason.
So it's going to be a little bit different today, you guys, just because of the fact that Well, it is Throwback Thursday, my favorite day of the week. And of course,
Throwback Thursday.
Correct. Yeah. And so, of course, we want to make sure that we take the time for Throwback Thursday. So we do not have any trucking news because we have a special guest today. We want to make sure that we allow them enough time and allow us enough time and the Throwback Thursday and the drivers of the week. We will have the weather, though, at some point because, we got to do the weather.
Yeah, of course.
A little bit different today.
So we do have weather. We do have that. So,
and I want to say real quick, though, also, we were talking about mentions. Congratulations to Brittany
Aikens. Gonna be
grandma. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Slow down.
Grandkids are the best because you get to spoil them and then you get to send them back. Well, I don't have grandkids. Well, yeah, I do. I kind of have grandkids now, and I can't wait to spoil them and send them back.
You got grandkids, bro.
Yes, I know. You know what I mean.
Wednesday and Asha Crasha. So, but look, should we just go ahead and drop the first driver of the week? It is different today, but thank you for your Throwback Thursday that we're going to get here to in a minute. But I'm excited about the drivers of the week and the interview that we have this morning as they're getting set up back there. I think we should drop a driver of the week right now. And then take a break, come back, and then do the interview. What do you think?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, so let's do this. You want to go? Who do you want to go with first?
Sandra.
All right, Sandra, you are a driver of the week nominated by Ellie. Sandra Loreno. All right, her and Sal are great people. Okay, her Al. Sal, I call him Sal. Her and Al are team drivers, husband and wife out there doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
All right, but this woman right here has been nominated by a good friend of the driver's side named Ellie, and she deserves it. Talk about this one, Sheila. What's up with this pick?
She does. Well, you're right. I mean, she's been a driver herself for about 15, 16 years now, and she's been team driving with her husband ever since. So they've been out on the road together, doing different things. I believe they're doing box right now, but they were flatbedders. But they got to go where money is at, know. But the cool thing about them is that they do military loads.
Right.
So they always have like little secret loads that are going on that just intrigues me as far as that. And she is just a beautifully kind, wonderful, spiritual woman. And she's also a minister. And she does outreach ministry program for at-risk people.
Well, and she also stays very involved over on the driver's side, commenting, liking, sharing, and all that stuff. But for me, it's just the fact that, women in this industry, I do respect and I respect that. And it's sad that only 6% make up this industry. But that 6% that does are truly amazing. Like this beautiful woman right here named Sandra and her husband, Al. But today is all about Sandra. And we want to thank you for being the professional you are and being a driver of the week and a Night of the Highway over here right on the driver's side. I want to say thank you for all that hard work. What a beautiful person she is.
I know. I just adore her. She's great every time I talk to her or text her or anything as far as that. She's just great.
Well, I kind of woke up this morning to you talking to Ellie, trying to get like a little backstory and a little more information on Sandra so we represent correctly.
Right, because, we did have Sandra on the women's panel when we were doing a tribute to women in the trucking history. And then so she was on there. But, we meet a lot of people, and I remembered a few things, a lot of it. So, but I didn't know some of it. Like I didn't remember of how long that she'd been trucking. I knew it'd been a while, but I didn't know. So I just wanted to confirm with Ellie. So I jingled her.
Either way, you deserve this. It's well deserved, and we're honored to make you a driver of the week and a Night of the Highway. So we've already dropped our first driver of the week. We got 2 more to go. I'm excited about the gentleman. I am, because what I've heard about him has been nothing but great. But we'll save that for later in the show. We have to get to our good mornings because we have an interview back there waiting. So it's time for us to take a break and then come back with your your good mornings and then an interview. Let's take a break with I had a break set up, Sheila. Who was it with? Man, oh God, let's go with the Kimball Boys again. Oh, Again, shout out to the Kimball guys, Danny Kimball and Aaron Kimball. Thank you so much. And we will be seeing you guys back at the 75 Chrome Shop, April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We appreciate you guys. And now let's head over to your good mornings. What?
And real quick, as you're going to do that, I just have to say that which one is my favorite truck, the red and black one that you did.
Michael Taylor.
Yes. Okay, that is my favorite. But I got to tell you, that one right there are not even my favorite colors there. Yeah, but that thing is so elegant. My goodness gracious.
It's going viral right now over off the driver's side. So shout out to you. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me be part of your trucking story. Yeah. I mean, seriously, it was great. But we have good mornings to get to since you rudely interrupted. Let's head over to your good mornings.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
All right. Oh, boy, what happened there? I don't know, but good morning to Dave Newland, Shane, the racing man, Pretty Riley. Good morning to you, sir. Keith Becker. Good morning. Phil Hamigo, Tristan. Good morning to you, sir. Becky Underwood.
Morning, Becky.
Gary.
Good morning, Gary.
Are you keeping up or not? Allie, good morning to you.
Morning, Allie.
Thank you so much for the driver of the week. All right, here we go. Tisha Bell, good morning. But I want to stop right here. Mr. Gaffin, I see you, driver. I texted him. I sent him a picture last night. He's like, dude, I sent him a picture because I'm playing with new equipment. I was like 9:30 at night. I just want to send it to you and say thank you for promoting us and being a friend. And he says his response is, why am I so orange?
You made him look like an Oompa Loompa.
I apologize.
He was that orange. Yeah.
But I'm playing with new equipment and I felt like I wanted to touch up that picture for you because I know how much it means to you. And I thought I was doing something good and I screwed it up.
Restore it a little bit.
Yeah, I restored the Oompa Loompa in you.
Yeah, you did.
Shout out to you, Mike. And thank you. We have a driver of the week that you're going to know and you know this person. And I'm hoping to actually sit with both of you and just have a conversation. No cameras, no nothing, just talking. Okay, so I appreciate you, Mike, and can't wait to see you in Walcott. All right, there he is, Wayne DeSimone, the big doghouse in Ohio. This gentleman right here, his goal in life and his dream in life is to build a life-size Snoopy doghouse.
Yeah, the world's largest
doghouse. The world's largest doghouse. And he has all this Snoopy paraphernalia and stuff, and he's going to, he's hoping for 2025 to actually fill that doghouse with all your paraphernalia. And we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you, Wayne, because my wife is a big Peanuts fan. Mm-hmm. So shout out to you, Wayne. We hope that comes true for you, Lee. And let's head on to Lee Tim's Titsworth.
Yeah, okay. You know what? We'll just move on past that. Goodness gracious. So
Jesse Williams, good morning. How are you? Find your right passion says, good morning, women rule. Yes, they do. Larry. Heading over to Larry. Good morning to you guys. Great day up here in Western New York. And I have been waiting for this Throwback Thursday. It is going to be a good Throwback Thursday. We were going to do something else. She already started. She started, not me. She started digging in and researching something else, but we winded up going another direction. Let's talk a little bit about Throwback Thursday. Sheila, go ahead.
We did. Well, originally we had intentions of doing one, but okay, it is going to happen, and we kind of leaked it out to someone else. So we changed it at the last minute. There is a lot of research that is involved. It's not just, hi, here you go. It's not easily found on the internet. It's going to take more time. You got to go to many sites on it. So we changed it today of basically we are going to be covering today the strikes of the 70s.
Ooh, we're going to the strikes.
Two-part series. Yeah, because those strikes during those oil crashes were very pivotal for the drivers. One rose and the other one declined them.
Well,
as far as in stature,
we're going to talk about that this morning here later on in the show.
We're
going
to have a two-part series. This one here, we're going to start with 1973.
Okay.
So we're going to be talking.
Well, I got two parts coming for Gary Jones, and it's those two parts right there. Okay, I had to get that in somehow, some way, because he brings you here. One side went here, one side went there. I was talking to Gary yesterday. He said, "Stop helping people." He just says, "Stop helping people because they're bringing you down."
No, never.
And I can't, Gary. I just can't. It's in our heart. But the strike we got today, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot on it right now.
That's how much there was.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I always love all the history stuff of it, and I'm a huge reader, a huge history buff of this stuff. So I enjoy it.
She said buff.
But okay, yeah.
Get it. Let's go back over to the comments. Good morning, Perry. How are you this morning? Kayla Claire, how are you? David Newland. All right, and Chris Seeger. There he is. Chris Seeger. Look at his profile picture. It's the cab over picture I took Yes.
I know.
Yeah, I got a lot of print work coming out.
Yeah.
I got a lot of print work coming out. I took a lot of pictures. Unfortunately, Easter, I had the Kimball, Aaron Kimball and Danny Kimball. Some of the shots came out really good. I didn't have the right lighting. We missed the magic hour just by a smidget. I did get some in that I will be sending you guys. Speaking of that, to Chris, Aaron Kimball, Danny Kimball, Chris, I'll be sending you guys packages of pictures, okay? So just give us a little time. Tomorrow is going to be the day we break into all those pictures. I've been sneaking in and grabbing some. That's what I've been sending you. So, but tomorrow I'm going to get with her and we're going to download all these pictures. Right. And we're going to send them to you guys, okay? Yeah. So be looking for your package here in the next week. About a week, right? Maybe even Friday. We might get it done in one day.
Yeah, we'll be for sure within the next few days.
Okay. All right. So good. All right. Thank you guys so much for that. All right. Mike Gaffin says, good morning, Terry Borth. Good morning, Terry Borth. Good to you. All right. Chris Salisbury. I want to stop real quick. He's on his way back to the hospital.
Oh.
Cindy's on her way back to the hospital. Unfortunately, she went home and now she's on her way back.
Sorry.
We are pulling for you, Cindy. Please stay strong. Chris, keep a strong head on your shoulders, driver, and just know that this too shall pass, okay? We're pulling for you. We believe in the power of prayer here, so we are praying for you guys, all right?
And with that, real quick, I'm going to stop you right there, too, as far as prayers. Tina Marie just went in for surgery as well, and you know that she's been struggling and fighting with cancer as well.
And that
so she went and had surgery as well. So prayers and thoughts are always with you as well, Tina.
Here's the thing with that. You guys, you inspire us to do better every day and to support you guys. I lost my mother to cancer. I hate it. Okay. You guys mean just so much to us. And thank you for letting us be part of your lives. And we're pulling for you. You got this. All right.
Yeah.
Just keep a good head on your shoulders and don't lose your faith. All right. Let's head on over to Terry Borth. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Great hairdo there, bro. I love it. Good morning, East Side Kid. I guess he's talking to the Gaffin over there. Justin James. Good morning. Okay. He's here. If you look in the video this morning, you're in that video. And again, we have a lot of people to send stuff. This Plains Distribution, I met him over the weekend. He was friends with Eddie Haynes, Eddie Too Smooth Haynes, and he was on the phone with them. And he goes, hey, are you Wayne? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, Eddie said you'll take pictures of my truck. Sure. And I did. And actually, I got some stuff for you. I got a lot of stuff coming. I do have some stuff for you. I did not forget about you guys. Remember, you guys got to give us time. This is a process on top of a show 2 days a week and taking care of me. So, but let's get through these good mornings because we do have an interview this morning. Glenn Calais Jr., good morning to you, sir. Terrence says, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great and blessed day. Ronald Hebert laid off. Back on unemployment, got laid off, but he'll be back soon. He's give him time. It's a season change up there.
Exactly.
Up there, you're fine.
Like just a school teacher.
Now you get
summer break.
Yeah, and now you have no excuse not to catch the show.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Got him. All right, Dave Newland, we got you. John Free says, congratulations. Phil Tristan Amigo says, congratulations, Sandra. Mike Gaffin, congratulations, Sandra. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Justin Daniel Pomerantz, good morning, sir. Alicia, good morning. Keith Bond, good morning. Bill Anderson, good morning. Larry, we got you. He says, strikes are where a hot topic. I was hauling cars through that. Got rough at times. Great show already. Wait. Stop. Don't you go there.
Yeah.
Don't you go there. The shit she was telling me yesterday, excuse my language, but the shit she was saying that happened during those strikes, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it hasn't changed much.
No. Well, no.
Talk about it later.
We're going to get into it. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. And the stuff that I'm going of is lengthy, but it doesn't even cover a whole lot of the surface, like the stories that you guys know who were there and involved in it, like some of the people we know who were there, not even close to it.
All right. What?
That's it.
All right. I want to make sure I get this guy right here, and hopefully he's still in here. Puddin'. Cooking with Puddin'.
I love Puddin'.
We love you, Puddin'. Good to see you this morning. All right, Chris Salisbury, thank you, guys. Cindy's watching. Cindy, we love you. You guys are absolutely very important to us, each and every one of you drivers. But you people that are fighting this situation, the big C, we are pushing and praying for you, all right? Brittany Agins, the new grandma. She sent me a picture this morning. I said, shit, Brittany's pregnant.
She did. She's such a nut.
Right? Go ahead, talk about that.
Yeah, so she sends a picture of the pea stick.
And I'm like, she's pregnant. Oh, God, no, not again.
And I go, probably not. But I go, it's probably a grandbaby.
All right, Ronald says, funny guy. Really? Yeah, I really did. Yeah. Pretty. There's Pretty Lee, Shane Pretty's wife. Good morning from Vegas. Oh, God, morning. Vegas.
Let's stop. I know you stop.
I can't stand Vegas. I love people there. I love the people there, but I can't stand the city.
We'll always have a connection with Vegas, just like we always have a connection with California.
And speaking of that, Todd Robbins, shout out to you. He just found out yesterday he's gonna be a father. All right, so I think that's our good morning, Sheila. I think we're good there. Justin Daniels, we got something coming for you next week. Stay tuned. We got somebody did something for you, and we are going to talk about that next week. So
yes, we are.
Stay tuned for your surprise. All right, let's rock this. Let's do it. Do we want to drop another driver of the week before the interview?
We are going to let's take a break. We'll wait until after it. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a break real quick, and then let's bring our guest in because he's been backstage. He's been backstage waiting. So
and we are already 25 minutes into the show. We got to get these guys moving.
5 minutes late on that.
All right, so let's go ahead and let me play this one. It's not you, Justin, but I do have video of you, and it will be up most likely today. Have a good day. Have a good day. We'll be right back with your interview.
And we are back.
All right, we're going to bring the guest here in a minute. Make sure you tilt your camera. There you go, Jason. You're looking like Kilroy over there, looking over the camera. All right. We're going to bring you here in a second. This was brought to us by John Freese. We want to say thank you to John Freese and reaching out to these people and making this happen. Mm-hmm. John Freese has become a correspondent kind of for us.
Yes.
He looks into things. He was involved in the photo auction for 10-4 magazine with Kim Grimm and John Jakes. He's also what else did he do, Sheila? I forgot.
John is involved
pictures,
with
everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's involved in all kinds of groups, and I mean, not only our correspondent out there, but I mean, he's really heavily involved.
And he also nominated the driver of the week this week. One of them was his pick.
Yes.
Right, and I had to actually have you call the person to make sure it was okay.
Yes.
Because he's a heavy hitter in the industry, I think.
Yes. He is. He's really involved with all kinds of stuff. And he is just a great man. Honestly, he is just a great man. That's why we call him our T-Bear. Yeah, T-Bear. Thank you, T-Bear. And let's I don't know why your screen keeps going out, Jason. I'm about to bring you in, brother. Are you having issues back there? Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully everything's good. Yeah. We did a link check. We did an audio check the other day, and it went good. But what no longer to do, we're going to go ahead and just bring them in, and hopefully it will all be okay. With that being said, good morning, Jason. How are you, sir?
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm good.
Good.
Good morning.
Jason, tell us a little about you. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? And let's just start there.
Yeah, sure. No problem. So I'm in Minnesota. I'm with Alexandria Technical and Community College, and I'm here to tell you about our school here. So we do a truck driving school at this college. It's a 16-week course, and today we're here to tell you about it.
Awesome. Well, here's the beautiful thing about this. This is junior college. It's what I think is where people that are trying to come into today's industry should go, and they should go through that. And real quick, before we go any further, guys, in the comments, will you make sure that we're good on audio on your end, okay? But I'm not a big fan of the 6 to 8 week course.
No.
I can't stand it, Jason. It's like they're like puppy mills. They just pump them in and pump them out. Jason, you're a community college. What sets you aside from everybody, from those ones, from the regular schools, the 6 to 8 week to the 16? What sets you guys aside?
Well, I mean, right on. So, I mean, first off, we have the courses twice as long as that, right? So, as opposed to an 8 week, 8 week course, we have a 16-week course. And what sets us aside in that aspect is we've got a track here on site. So the track here is 1.2 miles long. We just measured it the other day. So we've got the track they can learn on before they ever get out on the road. Beyond that, there's a rodeo course. If, the older drivers might be familiar with something like a rodeo course. So there's that. They learn those skills. There's backing.
You said rodeo course.
Yep. There's
And
backing.
I'm going to interrupt you right there.
There's backing. There's skills. There's the we have a shop here. All the trucks fit in the shop, and we can do pre-trips there, and everything is really self-contained here. That's the beauty of this.
So do you think that the 16-week course opposed to the 6 to 8 week, you get a lot more in there, able to spend more time on things and safety? Do you feel that that's more, you're able to focus more on that time span opposed to the 6 to 8 week?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, with a 6 to 8 week course, you're pounding it in, 1 week after the next week, after the next week, after the next week. It's just pounding. With us at a 16-week course, not that we can take our time, but we're there every single week to help facilitate this along, as opposed to running like a truck driving mill, like teach them to the test. We don't teach them to the test. We teach them the skills and progressively teach them the skills over 16 weeks, as opposed to teaching them on an 8-week deal where they just, they get what they get and they graduate,
Right. So look, I'm going to go to a comment real quick to Shane Pretty because I love the comment. He says they can produce drivers, not steering wheel holders.
Right.
Get it. I appreciate that. And with that being said, here's what I'm going to do, Jason. I have a video this morning, okay, sure, of your school. A little bit that John Free shared with us. I want to play because you're actually tapping into other areas too. You're staying up with the curve. And I say it's the curve of technology. Right. So let me play this clip. We'll come back and talk to you about this clip right here.
Yeah, right on.
John. 2 new ones, and we are we're in the midst of getting the money for those. If COVID did anything for us, it gave us a little bit of a budget for stuff like that, because instead of getting people in trucks, we can get people on simulators. So we put in for 4, and they're going to give us 2. So that's the thing, and then this is just this is the studio. When you hear us, this is it. This is
okay. Like you said, they got 1 simulator, and they're looking at, because of the cost factors of repairing this one.
This one's 17 years old, and they're looking at, I think, 26 or 28,000 to repair. And I thought for that kind of money, then we might as well, instead of repairing something 17 years old, let's get something new and put the money into it. We can't advertise ourselves as the latest and greatest if we don't have the latest and greatest.
Okay, so Jason, being a lazy guy, he's at school right now. He's at work right now. I love it. So I saw a simulator there, okay? And I know technology is really, we got a really bad feedback. I don't know if the audience is hearing that. If you guys are hearing the feedback, let us know. But technology is taking over the industry. You said simulators, new ones coming. You had an old one there. The simulators aspect, okay? Me, T-Berry, John, I'm like, oh, John, I don't know what a simulator. I mean, come on, you got to be hands-on. But it's a new curve. It's a new way. American Trucking Simulator. All these kids, all these new drivers are into that. Tell me about this simulator, because I haven't been a big fan of it. Tell me about it.
Well, as a person, I'm not thrilled with the simulator myself. However, the one that we have is 17 years old. That's what we've looked at. We've researched it, and as it turns out, we're into it about $27,000 to fix it with what we have, with the CPUs and the screens, and that's what it's going to cost to fix. And we've decided that we're not going to put that kind of money into it when we can buy another one, a new one, a state-of-the-art one, for $120,000. So that's what we're going to do, is buy a new one. Actually, we've put in a bid for 2 of them. So
nice.
Why would we want to? The thing is, why would we want to have a used one fixed up when we could buy a new one that's the state of the art? So
also to offer the new state of the art equipment. This is the new way of learning in this world, is through computers. How do you feel about that new way of learning? Do you think it's just as good as being out there in your shop?
There's no substitute for being in a truck. However, there are some students that need to learn the simulator first. There is no, substitute for being in a truck. However, if we can get them in a simulator first on the, we can get the aspect of the clutch release and the brake pedal. If we can do that first, then we're light years ahead when we get, into the trucks, onto the track. And then,
so it's a blend.
Yeah.
So you're blending. Go ahead, Sheila.
It would seem like, okay, so for people like for myself, I would have anxiety about getting into a big truck and how everything kind of works. So for myself, I could see where the simulator, if I was on there first, would possibly help ease those tensions or the anxiety of getting into a truck.
Right. And we have in this particular class, I've got a blend of people in every single class. In this particular class, we've got 4 females and several people that have never driven a truck before, ever. And I mean, I'm talking not even F-150 Ford. The anxiety level is skyrocketed for those people. If we can get them in and use a simulator with them first before they ever sit in a truck, well, then we're light years ahead than where they started at.
Right.
I'll say this part right here. You've definitely kind of shifted my thinking. I'm totally against it. No, fuck that. Put him in a truck, hands on. But if you could break that tension of nervousness, of anxiety, that's scared, all of that, and remove some of that, you have a safer driver.
Right.
Holy shit.
I'm not with you because I never ever wanted to. Hang on a sec.
Go ahead.
I never wanted to be the school that taught with simulators because I'd rather have them in a truck, learn them with a truck, make them miss gears. That was my whole purpose. However, when I got here and I realized, no, not everybody's like structured like I am. Nobody came up like I did, and so now we put them in something with a simulator. Okay, well that particular exercise, it saves on gears. As much as I want to see them clash the gears, I don't want to see them clash the gears. I want to see them progressively learn, and they are through a simulator. So first the simulator, and believe me, I'm anti-simulator, but first the simulator, then they get in a truck, and then they wreck the gears. I'm fine with them wrecking gears. We're a school, that's what they do. But if you get them on a simulator first, they don't wreck as much.
It breaks the tension. Go ahead, Sheila.
So you know what I heard in there? You were talking about getting the gears and smashing the gears. So you guys are still teaching gears.
Oh well, that's funny, Sheila. Thanks for bringing that up. When I got so we're Alexandria Tech here in Minnesota. When I came to this college to start teaching, we had 1 automatic and 12 other manual transmissions. When I got here, I said, you know what, we're not doing that anymore. We're not teaching an automatic, not even one. And I sold the automatic. I sold it, gone. It is absolutely gone. We have 13 trucks right now, and they are all manuals. We will teach
nice. Okay, so
your skill.
All right, we're having a little issues with the feed here. So, Jason, maybe adjust your phone a little bit and just leave it right there. Don't move so much. Maybe that will help. Okay. So, stay right there. Whatever you're doing right there, just leave it there. Okay. So, Jason, I love what you're talking about. I love what you're saying. I love everything you said. You've actually opened me up a little bit. You opened my mind to the simulator situation. Way to look at it. Great way to look at it. Now, I want to know the sizes of your classes. How big are these classes? What are you doing? Are you pumping them out 100 at a time? Are you taking a little class?
100 at a time. That's what we're doing. No, our cap capacity is 22 students, and I asked for 22. There's 2 of us to teach the class. We've got 24 students, and the cap is 24 students.
Nice.
All right. So, and how do you feel about the quality of people coming into your schools these days? Are what's your success rate? Are you turning out a lot of are they getting their licenses and are they moving on and stuff like that? Are your success rate pretty good?
Well, I think our success rate's pretty good. If you look at the particular class that we're in right now, we took in 22. From that class, we're still at 20. We had a couple drop out because they do different things in life. However, with the 22 that we have, or the 22 we started with, the 20 that we have, they are all testing, and so far we're batting almost 100%. Testing and tested out, have a license.
I think that's great. I'm hoping everybody's getting the feed. We're having a little bit of signal issues, but we're just going to push through this. Period. I don't care. It's important that I have you on, that we have you on, and we get this out there. So, I talked to you the other day. You were in the parking lot, and you made me proud to be part of this interview right out the gate because you were in the parking lot with the students passing their tests. What are the feelings of these students once they accomplish this and getting their license? How do you feel when that happens?
Well, as far as students go, everybody's different when they pass their tests, whether they're super happy or super excited. I mean, I'm sure the anxiety level decreases, and that's awesome. When I see them right after they test, I mean, like immediately when they get they get the card that says they passed. For the most part, they're super happy, and we're elated because we trained them. I mean, we're not Superman or human beings, but we did that, right? So we trained them. They came into here with nothing, and we trained them, and now they can pass the test. Now they can pass the pre-trip. Now they can do the skills that are involved with the trucking.
Okay. So, all right. See, I'm trying to fix the signal. So, right, they feel accomplished. I get it, and that's what we were talking about the other day. All right. So, join your school. Can you offer training for veterans? Like to get a refresher course and to go through.
We can. I'm sorry, you're glitching just a little bit there. However, yeah, we offer anybody that wants to come. So with veterans, yes, and I'm sure they have their the veterans benefits.
You know what we can do?
I'm gonna have to remove it. All right, Jason, hold on back there for a minute. Let's give this time to kick back up. What, baby?
I was saying that if the feed is that bad right now, Jason, just hold on. Why don't we have him call in?
Yeah,
and we'll finish it up.
Right.
On you calling in. So we won't have you on camera per se, but let's finish at least the interview with you. So why don't you go ahead and.
Okay.
Back, we lost complete signal. We dropped completely out, guys.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's like the old. Remember when I was doing the show?
Yeah.
Kind of like on the Saturday show, guys. Are we back? Is what I need to know. All right, good. All right, here we go. Right.
Grab my phone in case he might be calling on that one.
All right, I'll grab you. All right, let me grab your phone. Sheila, go ahead and talk to him.
All right.
You got to talk to him. Just sit there.
Because I was waiting. I was going to make sure that he calls in. Because, Jason, we want to finish up that interview. Because, we were really intrigued. Like we said, that John had turned us on to this. And then he got to visit the other day. And he turned us on to this. And, we are huge proponents of the colleges, the community colleges, and of private schools.
Correct.
So when we heard about this, of course, he calls and we talk to him, and I don't want to say drilled him on it or of anything, but we did talk to him about stuff, and we were intrigued and happy and glad to bring him on, because it's schools like this that we want to support, and that we want to get that message out for drivers to go to, and that it's a great school. It's a small.
Well, in the end, you're right. It's support systems, Sheila. These drivers need support system, whether you're new or a veteran of the industry. And with that being said, you're right. The support of drivers is important. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can get Jason back. If not, we will follow up with Jason. We'll get him back on. We'll get a locked signal, because they have a podcast. The first school that's doing a podcast, they're putting themselves out there, and that takes balls. All right. To put yourself out there, out on the internet and stuff like that, it takes balls, because you're up for scrutiny. You're up for people talking about you. You're up for people trying to take you down, which I understand. I get it. Sometimes when you put yourself out there and other people want you, they want to take you out. And they don't want you to be successful, but we're pulling for you, Jason. I hope your podcast is successful. I hope it gets you back out on the show and get more information out. The fact that he got me to open up my mind about a simulator, because I never thought about the breaking of the anxiety. Because I remember,
right?
Getting that, oh God, I got to back this thing up. What are you, crazy? Yeah. What are you smoking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, Jason. I appreciate you. Go ahead.
But when he was talking about it, as far as the anxiety and get him on a simulator first, I could totally understand, because you know how I have anxiety about just with our motorhome.
Right. Right.
I have a really
Our
hard
rig.
time. I have a really hard time. I know, but I have a really hard time with that. So, and the other thing is as far as the podcast, and I think he's joining us.
Right. Jason, you're back.
Hey guys. We tried dialing it on the straight line through the college here, and we couldn't get out on the line. So I'm using my cell phone here. Hopefully it's not glitchy here.
Good.
All right, good. All right, so Jason, I jumped to the podcast and stuff like that. I asked you before you left about veterans joining your course and your class. So can they do that?
Yeah, veterans can join the class. Sure. I mean, veterans are you know, and I am a veteran. So veterans can join the class. They have the GI Bill, option, and we do take that. However, we will take, anyone if they want to private pay, if they want to use financial aid, if they're going to use the GI Bill, there's multiple options, whatever they want to use.
Right. That's awesome. That's important to have the options available so everybody does. And, you keep saying this over and over and over. Everybody's different. Every driver's side is different, isn't it?
Absolutely. We have been class. I have them here from 18 to probably 65 years old. And there's no way you can be 18 or 65 in life. There just isn't. So we have them on the whole gamut of people, wherever they're at in life.
Every walk of life. And that's trucking. That's the way trucking is. Go ahead, Sheila. Do you have a question for him?
Right. And we had talked the other day too. And so once they're done and they successfully complete the course, you offer job placement as well, right?
I'm sorry, Sheila, go one more time.
You offer job placement as well, don't you?
Well, we offer. It's not that I offer job placement. They can work wherever they want to work. But I bring in several different companies throughout the semester, and roughly, let's say, 15 to 20 per semester. I bring in companies that we work with specifically. These are the people that write scholarships to the college. They work with us. They talk to us. These are, our home-based people.
Right.
They don't have to work there. They can work for anyone. They could work for TMC. They could work for Schneider. They could work for Warner. They could work for anywhere they want to. But the people that I bring in specifically are, smaller, more niche, more homegrown, more, driver friendly.
And they appreciate the driver. They know the asset sits in the seat, not just an ass. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Jason, we're gonna wrap this up. We got Throwback Thursday to go, but I really wanted to make sure that I get your podcast and where these people can find you. I'm showing your images of your trucks, but you have a podcast that you started recently. How are you doing with that? What made you do this? What made you do a podcast?
Well, we started, there's two people that run this. It's myself and my coworker, Tom, and we decided that we wanted to do something very specific for the truck driving community, and it evolved into a podcast. So we have a YouTube video with pre-trips. However, after that, we decided we wanted to do a podcast because there is no other school, as far as we know, that has a podcast, and we want to want to share it on a day-to-day basis what we're doing, and make sure that the old school drivers know we're doing old school teaching
with a new school twist.
With a new school, exactly.
Get it?
We're here. We want them to know that we're doing this old school thing because we are old school drivers, but with a new school twist.
Right, I love it.
We're doing podcasts, which is new. However, I'm still teaching them to flash their lights and pull forward in a fuel island, and to the old school things you used to do. The waving has gone to the wayside.
Right.
We tell them about that.
All right, Jason. It sounds great. I can't wait to hear your podcast. I know you launched an episode. Where can they find your podcast? Let's start there.
Hey, this is Tom. Sorry I walked in a little bit late. Had to deal with some of the students, but you can reach us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any of your platforms that you choose from, because we're on about 8 or 10 of them out there, and it's a professional truck driver.
Professional truck driver?
A professional truck driver, and then you can find us on our YouTube channel at Alexandria Technical and Community College as well. And if anybody's got questions, if you want me to throw an email out, I can do that too.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I like about the podcast. Okay. Veterans are big on teaching saying, oh, you need to listen to the old school. You need to listen to the older ones. You need to listen to this. So basically, the older veterans of the industry can tune into your podcast, leave comments and stuff like that, and they can actually, you guys could start helping, younger drivers listen to older drivers, can't you?
That's kind of the point. I think, if we can reach the younger audience or the audience that's out there that's kind of thinking, should I drive a truck? It's kind of something I wanted to do, but maybe that kind of acclimates them a little bit further towards that progression.
So it's a way it's a new school twist, a way to teach kind of, and people to listen, because I know drivers are big on listening to stuff, podcasts, audiobooks, and stuff like that. All right, so they can find you on YouTube, and they can find you on Spotify and all those. It's the Professional Truck Driver, correct?
Professional Truck Driver.
Okay, yes. And then the school. Where's the school, guys? Let's get that information out.
We are Alexandria Technical and Community College in Alexandria, Minnesota.
Nice.
Okay, you know what, Jason? We should talk some more. I need help on the Spotify and the other platforms.
Well, that's Tom.
Or Tom, we should talk more. I need help on the Spotify and the iHearts and that stuff. I'm terrible at this. I barely know how to work my camera.
I'm just scratching the surface myself, but I'll share whatever I can with you anytime.
Your turn, Sheila. Go ahead.
And let's ask the one famous question. If you guys could give one piece of advice to new drivers coming into the industry, what is your advice?
You guys both, you're looking at each other, we're silent. I would say if there was one piece of advice, it would be to slow down, and learn. We're teaching them at a school, yes. However, slow down and learn the proper, procedures slowly. We can teach. They are going to be, they're going to get faster and faster. However, we want to do it smooth. Once they're smooth, they get fast. So slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
And if it's for the undecided, I would say do your research. So if you're looking to get into a program and you're just not sure about it, do your research. There's several good websites out there that are good resources. Do your Google searching and listen to podcasts.
Right, get it. Listen to the Professional Trucker podcast. You guys might get a lot out of that. Here, with that being said, I would love to be on your podcast someday. Maybe I can get to that level. Right. Maybe they can interview me.
Yeah.
We would love to have you on.
All right, let's talk.
We're putting out a podcast a week where we push out every Tuesday.
Okay, let's talk, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. If you guys want to find these guys, it's Anderson Trucking at Anderson Community College at Alexandria. Yeah, Alexandria Community College, guys, right out of Minnesota. Guys, go ahead and give a number if you can.
Yep, that's right. Alexandria, Minnesota. We're central Minnesota. We're right in smack dab on Interstate I-90. I-94. We're right here.
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. And remember, guys, those guys that you're putting through those schools, they're the heartbeat of America, and they should be treated that way. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Right on. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining.
Well, that wraps up an interview by produced and brought to you by John Freese and Alexander. How do you say it? Alexandria Trucking Community College and Trucking School up there in Minnesota. Man, what a great interview, Sheila. What a great set. And baby, I want to say thank you for all your hard work and everything you put into it. We're getting ready to get back in the Throwback Thursday, but that interview, we still pulled it off. Look at you looking at on the fly moves. Have them call in.
Yeah.
Look at you rock that shit.
Yeah, have them call in.
Get it. And guess what time it is?
It's time for another announcement.
Yeah, it's time for another driver of the week. And this person, let's knock it out. John Freese is just knocking him out the park because this driver of the week is brought to you by Mr. John Freese himself. And his name is Bill Kruger. Mm-hmm. Bill Kruger is a driver of the week over here on the driver's side and a Knight of the Highway. My favorite part about this gentleman is his suspenders.
Oh, you're so funny.
His suspenders. I mean, this dude is really, he reeks of originality, authenticity. He seems very authentic. He seems like a true veteran of the industry, and I hear nothing but good things about the gentleman. I personally can't say anything, but I can say personally that I do know he loves coffee.
Yes,
he does love coffee, but he drives this beautiful beautiful KW. But in the end, I don't know this person, but he was nominated by John Freese. And also, I talked to John Jakes. He's going to be at John Jakes' wedding. They all know who this person is. He's a very good person. He's a very, very well rooted in the trucking industry. He's been in the game for a long time.
Since 77. And
he is just truly a Knight of the Highway. Sheila, what'd you hear about Bill?
Like I said, what I heard is that he's second generation,
Mhm.
that he actually climbed in with his dad and that he learned from his dad. He's been driving his own truck since 1977, I believe. And that, like you said, he's deeply rooted in the industry as far as that. And I think that it was that he's got 3 of his own trucks, like an RGN flatbed and something else. I don't know. So apparently there's 2 more besides that. But I guess, phenomenal driver, very well established, very well rooted in the industry.
He's very well known. I know
Correct.
that. He's got a lot of friends in the truck industry. And I look forward to meeting this gentleman. I can't personally say anything myself about him, but I can say that the drivers that I talked to and the gentlemen that nominate him speak nothing but highly of this person and how great of a person he is. And again, for me, it's the suspenders, Bill.
Right. And I guess like his sister was a driver at one point as well. And the other part is that he's known as being a storyteller. He loves to tell the stories of old school trucking and what it was like back in the day. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm super excited that we're going to get an opportunity to meet him in Walcott. And
it says it right here, Coffee Bill.
Yeah.
John Jay used to say, called him Coffee Bill.
Yeah.
And that's what John Freeze is. He's big on coffee. Always got a cup in his hand. I understand it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Totally get it. I kind of need to stay off the shit.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Bill. Again,
and thank you for all you do.
I want to say thank you to everybody that nominates these people. Between Ellie, John, we've had so many people nominated outside of us, and that's the goal here, is to get other people involved in this industry and to do things good within this industry. I know that I've been a real dickhead at times, a real asshole, excuse my language.
Wow.
But I got to be honest, Sheila, I go off my feelings. And unfortunately, when you do stuff like that, you don't get to recognize people like this. And that's what I want to do. I want to pull my brakes, get out of my feelings, and start actually recognizing and not being as selfish as I am, and start doing this more and highlighting people like Bill Kruger.
And he deserves it.
He does.
And like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited to get the opportunity to finally meet him in Walcott.
Well, Steve says right here, he says, congratulations, Bill. Well deserved. I'm sure this guy's look. Yeah, I have to tread lightly here. Yeah. I can't, say what I need to say this, but in the end, it's not from me.
Right.
This is from John Freese and other people that I've talked to, like John Jakes. Great person. Right. He deserves it. And then I actually asked John to reach out to Bill, and I reached out to him this morning and sent him that clip and stuff like that. But I had to have John Freese reach out to him and say, okay, John, can you clear your nominee?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get in trouble for using people's pictures. So Bill, you told John it was okay. And that's how you became a driver of the week over here on the driver's side. And we appreciate you. You are a knight of the highway.
Well, you know what? And I just want to say real quick before we take a break and get into Throwback Thursday, and that's exactly what Driver of the Week is all about. It's not all about who we pick. It's about who you guys pick. So some of them we may not know yet or haven't had the opportunity to meet yet, but hopefully we will. But that's what it's about, is who your guys' nominees are.
Well, let's go over to the comments. So Mike Gaffin says, well deserved. Bill Kruger is a throwback to the old school days and real gentleman. Justin Pomerantz says, congrats, Bill. We're pulling it for you. Mike Garvey says, good morning, Mike. He got rear-ended the other day. John Freese says, congratulations, Bill. And thank you, John Freese, for being the man you are and being our teddy bear. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick break, come back and get to your Throwback Thursday. We'll be right back, and we will go with let's just go with this one. Shout out to Danny Kimball and Aaron Kimball. And look, John Jakes, you're up. Okay, this week I'm going to, before the truck show next week, every break will be a 10-4 cover magazine truck. So, because we're working up to the show, I can't wait for the show, Gary Jones. I don't know, I'm going to bump you off and put some other heavy hitters up there.
Well, he says he's passing off the crown. I don't know.
Yeah, he won the award last year. I have to talk to him. I'm going to let him tell it. Okay. I don't want to tell it. I don't want to talk about nobody anymore. God forbid these guys in the, Anyway, all right, Sheila, where are we at? What are we doing?
Are you ready? You ready for Throwback Thursday?
I'm ready for Throwback Thursday.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh, boy, here we go.
All right, you guys. And so, John, we had leaked a little bit. This is why I hate when he leaks a little bit, because sometimes if I can't find information on certain stuff, then I have to switch gears. Get it? Switch gears. I got to switch gears. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so we decided, we've talked about a lot of things in Throwback Thursday that always constantly keeps going back to these strikes during the 70s. Not that there weren't other strikes before that. There was the one that was in 1934. That was a huge one. But the 70s were really, really, the strikes in the 70s were really instrumental to drivers. And so the early 70s, the one of 73, really highlighted and put drivers in a positive light. And then later, when the strikes happened again in 79 and after, it was not so favorable for the drivers. So we are going to start. This is going to be a 2-part series on this, and we're going to be starting today with 1973. So let's get at it.
All right. Go get it, girl.
So at 10 p.m. on 12/3/1973, a 37-year-old trucker from Overland Park, Kansas, named J.W. Edwards stopped his rig suddenly in the middle of I-80 near Blakesley, Pennsylvania, and got on his CB radio. The insurrection he was about to start, using his now famous handle, River Rat, would give American independent truckers their first national voice. Edwards was beyond frustrated and scared for his livelihood, which had become unbearable because of an oil embargo, which was levied by OPEC against the U.S. for supporting Israel, and had dramatically jacked up fuel prices. Rationing was imposed, and he was having to stop at almost every filling station along his route. In addition, the government was getting set to impose a national 55-mile-an-hour speed limit to conserve on fuel. For OTR drivers, time lost meant money lost. So near Blakesley, with his tank empty but full of frustration, Edwards made some noise. News spread fast, and within an hour, hundreds of rigs came to a halt on I-80. The action caused more than 1,000 vehicles to be caught in a traffic jam that extended 12 miles in both directions. Within a few hours after that, trucker demonstrations peppered the nation's highways, with thousands slowing or stopping their trucks. The next day, more than 10 states saw angry drivers demanding to be heard by Washington, most en route with deliveries that weren't going to get delivered because they were just not having it. They didn't care. They were like, nope, I'm stopping right here. Right. Most of the truckers were owner-operators that hauled about 70% of the country's freight. Most had their entire lives mortgaged into their expensive rigs and had the most to lose from the embargo. On 12/5/1973, Edwards gets a meeting with Pennsylvania Governor Milton Schaap, and later with D.C. Treasury Secretary Claude Bringar, who talked a good talk and impressed Edwards that he broadcasts for drivers to cool it and calling the strikes to an end. So basically, there was some smooth talking going on. He finally gets a meeting with these people, and, because out there raising noise. I mean, we're talking
causing havoc.
Yeah, there was a lot of noise. It was more than just noise that going, slow roll stops and everything else that were going down. These drivers were not having it. They were just stopping. So basically, government gets in there. Okay, let's have a meeting with them. Blah, 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 blah. Gets in there, does their little blowing of smoke like they normally do. And so Edwards goes on and, tries to get people to says, cool it, let's call it off. I think this guy is great. I think it's going to be great. They're not blowing smoke. Okay. However, it was soon realized that smoke was just being blown by the government. And of course, nothing transpired from the meetings. Some owner-operators continued on a 2-day strike on December 13th and 14th. However, zealous protesters harassed and sabotaged non-protesters, slashed tires, shooting vehicles, and even someone got stabbed.
Oh, wait, someone got stabbed?
Stabbed.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. So there was some violence that was going down. Okay?
You think?
Yeah. These drivers were angry at other drivers who were going across and still delivering. They wanted some action being done, and they were a little upset, and it got violent. Like I said, we have people who were involved in some of these things, and they don't even talk about all that goes on along in there. So this here is only a little tidbit when they are talking about violence. You know, there was national news on it, of course, because every newspaper in the country was reporting on it.
It's New York Times right there.
Yes, this was we're out of control, and so everything was just blowing out of control, and they realized that they needed to organize, and of course, dozens of organizations formed. Edwards himself, became first president of OIDA.
Oh,
yes.
So this is where OIDA was born.
Yeah, I'm pretty
is
sure
that
this
what
is
we're
where
saying?
It was formed. Yes.
Is that what we're saying? The birth of OIDA?
Yeah. Well,
wow.
He became the first president of OIDA, but he didn't stay very long. For one thing, he wasn't an owner-operator, and he quickly realized that he was way in over his head. So, yeah, he hightailed it out of there, and so he's not the president. So protests continued on, and on January 31st, 1974, commerce ground to a halt as the owner-operators garaged their rigs and blockaded roads, at times growing violent, dropping bricks off of overpasses onto other moving
rigs.
Yeah.
You bastards, what are you doing? We're trying to make this work.
Yeah.
And they were coming in hauling it.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't care who it was down there hauling it. They were over that overpass. They saw a rig moving. They were
going after it.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
Right. So finally, an agreement between government officials and a six-man team of truckers was finally reached on February 7, 1974, that allowed owner-operators to add a temporary 6% fuel surcharge to their freight fees and guaranteed that truck stops would receive additional fuel to meet the trucker demand. However, acceptance among the different trucking groups and associations was slow. But by February 11th, with the feds get involved or threatening to send in troops, more rigs rolled back out onto the road. The strikes caused about 100,000 layoffs, several deaths, a nationwide food and goods shortage. Yeah. In the aftermath of the 73 strike, truckers came to appreciate their powerful role on the highways of America. They realized their bulky trucks were often the best asset for asserting truckers' wills. There was little authorities could do to speed them up or move them. The same was true as if a group of powerful trucks sped in tandem down the highway. They formed convoys in order to stymie cops and disobey 55 mile an hour.
Get it? That double nickel.
That were going
Get rid of that double nickel.
Right.
We're not happy about that double nickel.
Right. So you had them in groups. What could they do? You know, you're in a big old truck. They're in a tiny little car over there. They can do whatever, but you're not stopping a bunch of them. Go on through. Get it. Exactly. Okay, until the 1973 strike, DC had no idea who all these small business truckers really were or that they even existed. Until then, lawmakers only heard from the very largest trucking companies, shippers, and organized labor.
The largers, the big guys.
Right. The owner-operators, the little ones, the little guys. So it wasn't until the strike happened that they finally got a voice in there, okay? And it took a bunch of them to get it done, because before that it was just, that's how all these organizations were formed. Before that it was all the big companies. Doesn't seem like it's changed so much, has it?
No.
So this renegade culture soon caught the eye of the American public, who were equally frustrated with governmental and economic developments in the 70s, which is where the highlight, and everyone was like, woo, truck drivers are the best thing in life, because they saw what was happening and standing up for themselves. Right. However, okay, and this is where we're going to conclude it here. However, as quickly as truckers rose to national prominence, their figure will soon become tarnished by the violence and unease with the strikes in 1979. And we're going to pick up with that next week.
Wow, Sheila, what a great job. Great job. Well, look at this. Yeah. And she really, where do you credit all this to, Sheila? All these pictures and stuff. Can we credit that out?
All right, you guys. So everything, all the information here is for educational purposes only. There is no monetary gain. We'd like to give credit and thanks to history.com and the History Bandits for their articles and pictures.
And to the New York Times right here. This is the New York Times. Okay,
correct.
so with that being said, Sheila, oh my God, what a great coverage.
Right.
We got a lot more to talk about that. And I hoped, here's what I want to do. I want to get these drivers. John Free says he was there. He was driving at the time. He was on high alert.
Right.
You know what
People
I'm saying?
Scared.
Things haven't changed much. Okay. You know, you got the PRO Act now. You got all this stuff ruining the trucking industry. Will there ever be a shutdown again?
Right.
Like there was back in the day? But back in the day when they did shut it down, man, they were violent. They were stabbing, throwing bricks, shootings, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So how would that go in today's world? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they even say that. I mean, National Guard was called in. Different states had National Guard that was called in for this because there was so much unease and so much violence. I mean, that was going on. And apparently it continues on in 79 that even more violence goes on, which by then...
It gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets
I mean,
worse.
the protests continued on, but not like this. This was their first one that the owner-operators who, like I said, they got their voice heard. And they finally were recognized. Before that, it was the larger companies.
But it also seems like they got their voices silenced at the same time. It was almost like a flippity flop.
I don't know. When it first started, when he got his meeting, like, and when Edwards finally got the meeting, man, it just shows that the blowing the smoke that much, not much has changed. I mean, it's all the same BS. There's protests.
But he bounced. He left. He felt he was in over his head, you said.
Which is being president of OOIDA.
Which is being president of OOIDA. You're right. He threw himself into the mix of things. And sometimes people throw themselves into things they're not ready for.
Right. Well,
you know, were they ready for that strike? Did they do it right? Did they organize? No. They didn't. In my opinion, it feels like there was a lot of mixed emotions going on.
Right.
You know, you had people that didn't know it and bringing in trucks and stuff like that. And then you got drivers going after these truck drivers. Right. It was like driver on driver violence happening at the time. It seems like it seems like that's what it created.
Well, it is. And I think what some of that has to do with myself, my belief on this is that, you know, people who were out there, they wanted to believe that that the government was going to do something, that they got their voice heard. And then, of course, when things don't happen right away, or they renege on what they promised, then there's anger when it doesn't happen. Or if there's other sides that are believing, oh my gosh, no way, the government's just blowing smoke up your butt. We're not stopping until we actually see it in writing, kind of a thing. So I think when you get those two sides, and of course, you know, you got unions are involved. We're actually going to do throwbacks on unions at some point too.
Right.
You got
that's what my dad comes in. Unions.
Yes.
You know, my dad said when they did strike, the owner operators came in and hauled that union freight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It caused controversy there. Right. I'm not sure. I remember a little bit from what Dad says, but you know, I was so young. I didn't care. I was out having fun as a kid, playing around trucks, doing this out at you know sets with movies and stars, and so I didn't know about these strikes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I think is important that we get with some of these drivers.
Right.
You know, maybe like a Mike Gaffin, a John Freese on a panel,
and here's my
and talk to them and see their insights and get their feedback and let their driver side of it be told.
Yeah, I agree. That would be great because it's really fascinating to me. I said, it's a really fascinating. I could go on forever about it. And I think one of the other things that I think about that too, as far as drivers, I think that there's a lot of drivers that would have loved to have participated in that. But you know, I mean, the economy was in crisis. There was fuel shortages going on. There was jobs being lost. There was crisis that was going on, and so. You know, when you got to put food on the table for your family, and you're like,
here's the thing, though.
You know, I got to kind of somewhat keep moving, though, too.
It doesn't seem that okay. So here's what I'm going to say. What you're and reflect on what you're telling me, because what's resonating me is jobs being lost. Mm-hmm. You know, we're right there again. We're right there again. Right. You got these driverless trucks coming. You got the it says right here, I think it's William McGeevy says, PRO Act already ruined Landstar contracts in California. You got this PRO Act coming on. You got the Green Deal. You got all this stuff happening. Oil fields being shut down. This being shut down. This being replaced with computers, technology. So much change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So are we here at that breaking point again within this industry? Is this industry on the verge of another shutdown with all the regulations, with everything coming down? I mean, OOIDA's still around, but it seems like OOIDA sits up on the hill now, in my opinion.
You know what? I don't know. You know, I think there's so many sectors now, and the industry is much larger now. There's a lot more. I don't really know if that kind of like what was happening here, like in 34, we'll eventually get into something of that. But specifically, we're going to be focusing on the 70s, and so I just kind of think that in the 70s, with they had a better opportunity. I don't really know.
I agree.
I don't really know if that kind of unity would come together now.
And I think it gave the government a general idea to gauge it.
Right.
You know, back then and now with technology, they're able to control it. Right. They don't just gauge it now; they control it. I can't wait till next week. Great job, Sheila. Great Throwback Thursday. And before you leave, I love you, Renee Anderson. Good to see you in here this morning. A smile that cannot be replaced right here, Renee Anderson.
Good morning, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you. But let's go over to your comments.
She's back out there. She was gonna be
right. And we, if you guys are looking, I'll talk about that later. I'll get Renee and I'll talk to Renee. No, you're all right. You threw me off, but you're okay.
I'm sorry. Well, speaking of thrown off, okay, so we're going to get into some of the comments here real quick. Guys, I want you we haven't even done weather.
Yeah, we haven't even done the weather. Drop your weather so we can start wrapping this up and get our day on the way. All right. So Find Your Right Passion says, thank you. Let's go up to Phil Tristan. He says, great history lesson, Sheila. Can't wait to hear part 2.
Thanks, Phil.
All right. Becky Vanessa is a troll and she wants you to send her a friend request. She's feeling lonely. So go ahead and send that troll a friend request, guys.
What? No.
I'm kidding. All right. Let's go up to here. John Free says, I remember 1979. I was driving then and we were on alerts. Yep. Right, guys. That's going to be kind of crazy.
It's going to be next week.
Yeah, it's going to be next week. We're going to continue that next week. All right.
Right.
All right. So let's take a break, Sheila, and let's get to their weather. So drop your weather and your final thoughts right now because we got to take a break and end today's show. We're already over the hour. What? Now? And we got one more. Before we take that break, we are going to drop our next driver of the week. And it is another woman that's in the industry. And her name is Idella. I got to wait for the last name. Williams Hanson. She is a driver of the week over here on the driver's side and a knight of the highway. This woman is deeply, deeply, deeply involved in the industry with women in trucking, with so many things in trucking. What made me what makes me happy about this one is the way she carries herself in the industry and also what she was doing when I actually met her at the TA in Nashville, Tennessee. She straight told me, I am training my nephew, my grandson. My grandson is in the truck with me. I am training him. He's going to be working for the company I'm working for, and it is so much fun. And that right there threw me back, and I said, wow, what a great, great thing. What a great gift you're giving your grandson, and what a great person he's learning it from. Idella Williams Hanson, you are a driver of the week, and most definitely a knight of the highway. Sheila Campbell, what do you got on this one?
Well, I too got to meet her that night as we were staying at the TA truck stop, and you know what I loved about her? I mean, you're right. I mean, not only is she a veteran driver, but she is deeply rooted in the trucking industry. I mean, all over the place. She isn't involved, whether it's helping them, whether it's regulations, whether it's just saying a hello, whether it's training the grandson, passing down that heritage down. She is deeply rooted. And what I loved about her as well is that she has a presence about her.
Yes. It demands respect.
It does. But she has a very kind, loving spirit. But you can also see that she has an attitude that she does not take BS. She just has that presence about her. And I believe, if I'm correct, that she's also involved in women in trucking.
Yes, she's deeply involved in women in trucking.
For a really long time.
One thing I'll say about the women in this industry, they didn't earn their seat. They took that seat and they took their position in this industry. And it's women like Idella that straight took it. Women like Sandra. And you know what? People like Bill that support these people that come into this industry and talk to these people and stay deeply rooted in the industry. You all have definitely earned the driver of the week and knight of the highway. But Idella is currently in Las Vegas, Nevada, volunteering, Sheila.
Yeah.
You know, you say that she does so much. She's deeply rooted,
does.
right? And she is currently in Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you see this, Idella, we love you. And we're so honored and proud to make you a driver of the week. You are my pick. You were my pick this week. And that is your drivers of the week. Here on the driver's side, we have Sandra Lorena, we have Bill Kruger, and Idella Williams Henson are your drivers of the week over here on the driver's side. And with that being said, we're going to head over to the comments and get to your weather, guys. So before we get to your weather, we're good with breaks. Everything. No, we didn't take a break.
No, we got to
take a break. We got to take a break and come back and get to your weather. And I'm going to go with, you know what? Chris Jones. Yeah, if I could find your video, Chris Jones, I will play your video. Guys, if you're looking for a good paint job, go ahead and check out Jones Customs.
And collision.
And we're back. I'm over here looking at comments.
I like watching the video. I'm like, you're right. It was like a whitish. I'm so stupid.
And then I'm over here reading this comment right here. The TA in Nashville can be scary place, but with Idella by your side, you're all in good hands.
Exactly.
Congratulations, Idella.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I said. She is a kind, giving, loving person.
You don't want to fuck with her though.
Yeah, she's not going to take any BS. Okay, that's all I can say about that. I love that about her.
All right, let's head over to your comments. Remember to drop your weather, guys, because we are at weather. All right. You know what? Let's go to weather right now. Go ahead, Sheila. Start popping your weather off.
All right. So in the weather, in general, most of the U.S. should see above normal temps over the next few days, with the exceptions being the northwest and northern central portions of the high plains and middle Mississippi Valley today. However, a slow-moving eastward system is still spreading rain in the upper Midwest. Yet tomorrow is the day to watch out for in the southern plains into the lower Mississippi Valley. Warnings of tornadoes, strong winds, and hail warnings in place, as well as possibility of flash flooding. So guys, please make sure to watch your weather reports tomorrow going into the southern plains, into the lower Mississippi valleys, especially with those tornadoes. In the northwest, some precipitation is expected today with snow in the northern Rockies and the Black Hills. Another round of rain or snow to hit again tomorrow night into Saturday. We've got high winds or red flag warnings for central to southern Idaho, northwestern and eastern Utah, north central to northeastern Montana, western Nebraska, western and southern Colorado, southeastern Arizona, most of New Mexico, except for like the very top northern portion, western Texas, western Kansas, and central to southwestern California. And here in Orlando, it's about 75 degrees and sunny.
And swamp butt should be kicking in about 2 o'clock.
Expected high today of 85.
The sticky
and now,
85.
Let's see what your weather's like in your area.
Okay. Who is this girl? All right, let's head over to Keith Becker. Says Madison, Atlanta, 65 and rain. Stop getting in my butt, lady. It's an exit only. No, get out.
Don't let him pull you.
Oh, shut up. What are you with? All right, let's head over to Judy. Oh my God, it was nothing to do with anything on the bungholio. Shut up, Laya. Stop it. All right, let's head over to Judy. Judy says, oh, stop it. Judy says, absolutely beautiful in North Mississippi. John Jake says, congratulations. Sandra. All right, Deming, New Mexico. Renee Scott says, Deming, New Mexico, 60 and sunny. All right. Dean Stein says, Monroe, Ohio, 73 and overcast. Yep. All right, you guys' weather's all over here today. All right, Phil, this one, George. Wait, not that one. Wait. Congratulations, Idella. I don't know where you went. You guys are killing me with your weather this morning. It's all over. There it is. Go ahead.
All right. Phil Tristan says 57 degrees and cloudy in Dunlap, Illinois. Thank you, Sheila. And now back to you, Wayne.
Well, thank you to Renee Anderson. And says 60 degrees, light rain in Bangor, Wisconsin. constant. I hope you're back out on the road soon. All right, congratulations to Idella from John Jakes, and head up over to Pretty Lee Riley. Says partly cloudy in Kingsman, Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh boy, good old Kingsman.
I don't think they're supposed to get rain there, but
we got that.
I know that some portions are in Arizona are going to get high winds.
Right. John Jakes says Flagstaff is sunny and 47. I think we got. I mean, weather's. Yeah, we're good. We're good, Sheila.
Yeah.
We're good today. We had a long show today. All right, guys.
Did,
all right,
and
John, Flagstaff. Okay. Yeah,
so
we got to move. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah. We have to move out of our spot. We are.
Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much. And one more time again to you drivers of the week, Sandra, Bill, and Idella. Thank you so much for letting us highlight you. And I hope that we put a smile on somebody's face today. I seriously do. Thank you to our guests, Jason and is it Chris?
Tom.
Jason and Tom. I'm terrible with names. Jason and Tom, thank you. What's the name of that?
Alexandria
Trucking Junior College Trucking School. Shout out to you guys. Check out their podcast, The Professional Trucker, on all your podcasting platforms. And you can find them over on YouTube. We also are going to be, remember guys, at the Chrome Shop 75 Truck Show, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. This week we'll be out there representing for SPB Trucking. I can't wait to see you, Gary and Devery. And oh God, what's his buddy's name? Oh God, I can't remember his name. Shit, I can't remember his name right now.
I don't know. I didn't get to meet him.
Sorry, yeah, you did. He's a
I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You weren't in Missouri with me.
At that time.
Yeah, we had a good time. Oh boy. All right. Remember to always keep calm, trust God, and have a good morning, everybody. With that being said, I think we're done.
We are
done. We're gonna wrap it up. Your final comments. Great show.
Once again, say John Freese, thank you.
Yeah. To John Freese, executive producer on this episode.
Not only, yes, exactly.
He produced 90% of the show.
Going to the school and talking to him, but also for nominating someone as well.
Yeah.
T-Bear, we love you.
John, you have actually you take credit for the show. If we had credits rolling at the end, it would say executive producer.
Right.
John Freese.
It would.
Thank you so much to Ellie. Thank you so much for the nominee. John Freese, thank you for the nominee. And to Idella, we just love you. We love the way you carry yourself in this industry. Don't ever change. Stay true to you. All of you. Stay true to you. With that being said, you are the heartbeat of America, and you should be treated that way. Always keep your shine side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's trucking industry, my beautiful wife, what do you have to do?
You got to keep that left door closed.
Do we have a pity?
We're going to go with put God first.
No. Put God first. All right, guys, let me head down here. And yeah, we haven't played this video in a little while. So guys, to remember to always put God first. Have a blessed day.
Bye, guys.
Put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected, I've been directed, I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.